Penny Parker is a jerk, but if you have one of these top options, this fight is probably going to be very easy for you. Stick around to find out what those are. But before we jump into that, as always, I want to give a quick little disclaimer to you guys that you are going to be seeing lots of solos around the YouTubes today on this Penny Parker. That is what YouTube is. That's just what it is, right? Do not be discouraged if you cannot defeat this boss in just one go. It is okay to use revives. It is okay to use potions. Today on stream, for the defensive utility option, I actually used a revive and a few potions on my Ultron to get through it. It is 100 billion million percent okay. So we have Penny freaking Parker, dude, and a very annoying defender on her own. The objectives are large, defensive utility, and Kree. This one is rough, man. It's just for Paragon, and there are really only like two options, man. The Kree class in itself is very small, right? And there are only like two usable champions in it, but we'll get into that. All right, starting with number 10. All right, we have Nicholas Fury. Okay, now the reason why I have 1 to 2 revives here is that Fury is good for this in his second life when he can go like unblockable consistently and do a lot of bleed damage and all that fun stuff. In order to get there, you are going to have to use a revive because Penny automatically kills you if you go into your second life, right? So if this is your best option for defensive utility, cool. Throw a couple items at it. It might take 1 to 2 revives. He's like okay in the first life. I don't think he's going to be able to get her down enough. There's just a lot going on in this fight. There's the power lock. There is the special lock. There is the close encounters. You have to do your full light ending combo with Nick Fury to get the bleed, right? And with her sync shield up, it's going to be hard to do so. But with the unblockable, you don't have to worry about the sync shield, so he can definitely be good for it. But it is going to take that tax of the revive to get into it. So just keep that in mind. All right, up next to go along with Nick Fury, we have a Kree option, Captain Marvel movie, who for many people is probably going to be the best Kree option that they have. Okay, so Captain Marvel movie, I did not try it myself. I do not know if it could be a possible solo. I have not seen videos. I do not know. I'm just tossing it there. In fact, it might be better if honestly we do this, because that's just more realistic, I think. All right, this is a really rough objective. So yeah, Captain Marvel movie, definitely a good champ for sure, right? But same thing as I said about Fury, it's going to be the same thing for everybody, man. The nodes here, they're not too crazy. They're not super duper rough. What makes it rough is just that it's Penny, right? And Penny has so much stuff going on her own. There's a few more things added where there's like power lock and special lock, like pretty much like every couple of seconds, man. So it's hard to build power. And she's just gaining her sync shield so fast. You have to hit her block to get it down. So yeah, there's just a lot going on in this fight, man. Up next, we have Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. Now, MSD uploaded the solo here. I tried it with Stark a few times. I was running suicides on stream, so I was losing health very quickly. But with suicides, I got her down to about like 50-40% health using Starky. If I didn't have suicides on, I could have definitely got her down lower. I lost a lot of health because of the poison and because of the heal block when you pass a bar of power for sure, right? So yeah, Starky's definitely decent for it. Defensive utility, not my favorite option for it, but definitely not too bad. Up next, we have someone who people keep yelling at me to include in all these lists. We got Misty Knight. She's on the list this time, all right? You don't gotta tell me. For defensive utility, she's gonna be really good for the boss rush if you have a ranked up Misty Knight for sure, because she was really good for Mcoc. She was good was she good last week? I don't remember. But regardless, she's good this week. So yeah, shout out to Misty Knight, man. I feel like that champion is a little bit underrated, does not get the love that she deserves. But that consistent, unblockable, guaranteed crits, really nice for this fight, no doubt. She's really good for this type of stuff, which is good. It's because this stuff is like happens every week now, right? So that's good. I feel like if you have a Misty Knight, it might be worth wrecking her up. Up next, we have Odin. So Odin's the champion that they're like selling in the store as like the best counter. I do not think he's the best counter at all. He's a very decent counter. Special 2, very beefy. I had people in my chat telling me that his special 1 counters her auto block, but I was like, no, True Strike doesn't work against her. I went in and tried it. True Strike does not work against her, even Odin's. It says True Strike failed or something like that when you go to use it. You do not get the True Strike buff. But if you make it up to a special 2, holy crap, you do a lot of damage. So Odin is definitely really good. If you have Odin ranked up, defensive utility, yeah, he's really good for it, no doubt about it. It might take you 1 or 2 revives, right, realistically speaking, but you can definitely get a possible solo out of it. It's just there's so much going on, man. You have to hit her block, you have to line things up. One thing that's good about it is that he gets her block down fast because he has the Fury buff, right? So it takes less time hitting into her block, which is a huge plus for Odin. Now, here's also one thing. Last week, they were selling Colossus. The week before, they were selling Hitmonkey. It's 5 stars, right? Odin, as a 5-star for 750 units, if I did not have a 5 or a 6-star Odin, getting those Odin pre-fights for 750 units, and I had those units, that's a hell of a deal in my opinion. So that's pretty decent. I'm not saying like get the Odin, rank him up for the fight, but if you don't have an Odin, very important champion to have in my opinion. All right, up next, Ultron. Ultron was good for it. He was fine for it, not amazing for it, but he's definitely good for it. One of the better defensive utility options, I think. I got her down to 25% health, and I messed it up and I died. He could definitely get a possible solo. It took a lot of things to get lined up. What you basically want to do is you want to line it up where you're at 2 bars of power, her sync shield is down, the special lock and the power lock are just going away. You use a heavy attack, you put the bleeds on, you go for the special 2 when you're able to, you do some big damage, you get the shield down, and you try to repeat it. If you have a rank 3 Ultron, he's going to be fine for it. It'll take a few tries. 1 to 2 revives with this guy is very realistic and very easy to do, I think. So you should be able to do that if you're an Ultron player, right? But you can also definitely get it down at a possible solo if you're a super mega ultra beyond god tier Ultron player. Up next, I mean, come on, we have Hercules. The only reason why he's not higher is because he only fits 1 objective. If he fit 2 objectives, he would be higher. He fits the large objective. So does Ultron, by the way. So does Odin. I didn't say that. But anyway, up next, the only reason why this guy is 3rd and not like 1st or 2nd is because he's so new. Galen, most people don't have him, even a 5-star. I've even seen videos of 4 stars though doing well. He's just so new, so that's why I'm not going to put him number 1 or 2 because he literally just came out. He's so good against Peni. He's so good against Peni. He has to be awakened to do it, but he's so good against Peni. Sig 120 would be the sweet spot for that. Just so good. Just so good. Up next, shout out to Sweden. We got the champion, man. Another reason why Galen's number 3 and not number 2 is because, I mean, listen, it's the freaking champion. He's definitely underrated. Sweden has showed us that over the past couple of months now at this point, but he still does not get as much love as some of these other god tier champions, right? So let's throw him in at number 2, man. The champion does a really great job in this kind of stuff. He's got that consistent healing, which is really, really nice, man. So yeah, if you invest in the champion, if his sig is high, if he's awakened, right, if you got him at a high rank, he's a pretty solid champ to have, in my opinion. I think that we've definitely seen that over the past few months from Swedish channel. So definitely big shout out to Sweden for bringing some attention to that dude. Up next, we have Hulkling. Now, Hulkling is definitely a newer champion for sure, but he has been in the featured pool for about 2 months now. Many people do have him. And also, yes, the champion is older. Most people have him. But the reason why I put Hulkling higher is he does fit the Kree objective. That is only for Paragon players. However, it is so restrictive, and Hulkling is literally the only amazing option for it, for the Kree. He's also great for large, right? He's not defensive utility. I went in with Hulkling, and I didn't really read all the nodes, and I almost soloed it. I went out, I read the nodes, and I soloed it very easily. So once I knew what was going on, it was a very easy solo with Hulkling, in my opinion. Many people were saying the same thing. Same thing for Galen, same thing for Champion, same thing for Hercules, man. I wish Hercules fit a defensive utility so you could do Hulkling and Hercules. That'd be great. That's what I would have done. But anyway, I did Hulkling, I did Ultron. They both fit really, really well. It was a good fight. It was really easy with the top options. In my opinion, it was very easy with Hulkling, seemed easy with Champion, looks incredibly easy with Galen. It was very simple with Hercules, man. But once you drop off past the top 4, then it was pretty tough, all right? So yeah, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you got the top options, you're going to be good to go. If you don't, you might get a little mad. And I definitely got a little mad. The AI was definitely crappy today, man. I mean, as per usual. But I mean, what are you going to do? But that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big old like. Let me know who you use for Peni. Did you use anybody that I missed? Did you use like Vision Arcus? Did you use somebody else? Because Vision Arcus was one that was crossing my mind for sure while looking at all the champions. I was thinking maybe like Super Skrull would be good. Turns out Super Skrull isn't Kree. And that's fair because it's Skrulls versus Kree. For some reason, I thought he would be. I was like, ooh, Super Skrull's going to be good for it. He is large. Let me know if you used him. I don't know. I'll be seeing you around though.